Happy Valentine's season and welcome back to this channel. If you're looking for a gift idea, an easy DIY project for Valentine, you are at the right place, and this beautiful chocolate bouquet is the perfect gift for a loved one this season. It could be your mom or anyone. Let's get right in and let me show you how I made this beautiful bouquet. I'm Sadie, and if it's your first time here, you are welcome. So for this project, I just needed a pack of chocolate. You could use any brand, but I'm using the Ferrero Rocher chocolate, and I cut this circle out of a hard piece of paper. I already measured the chocolate and it could go round. This circle could go round, so I'm going to use that as a stencil on this net fabric. I want to use this net fabric because I wanted to give a little bit of decor to the piece we are making, and you're going to see that as we go. So I just measured it over under the fabric and I cut that through, and we are going to be doing more cuts to it because we want it to have a shape that could go around each of the various roses, chocolate roses we are trying to make, or better still, chocolate pieces we are trying to make. So I went in again and cut them into little squares to fit on that stencil, and I had to double that to save time than cutting each and every one of them individually. Now I'm going to turn that around and trim them to fit the shape of that circle. It must not be straight. Remember, I just want something round, and I could still leave it square, but I just want it that way. You can still leave it in those little squares if you want. And I doubled them because I wanted to do it faster. A DIY is supposed to be easy and quick, and I'll go along and continue the procedure. So now I'm just going to get each chocolate and pierce under with a skewer and or sticks, but this should be food grade because you're piercing them right into the chocolate. And I'm just going to put the fabric we cut underneath, and yeah, the decor piece is coming together. I'm going to repeat the process, and make sure you're gentle because these skewers could burst right through the chocolate and it's not going to be good. This fabric also stretches, so I'm just going to stretch it over the chocolate to give me a round shape. We are done making our chocolate sticks, and now we have to add the roses. But before we add the roses, we have to make sure we secure our chocolate in place. Remember, this is food and we did not glue it together, so I have to secure it in place to avoid over touching and over manipulating of the food, because if you don't glue it into place, it's going to be moving and you will not like that. So I'm just going to use my hand, hold the chocolate down with 4 fingers and place them in. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to just fill in the holes because I want it to be round and to look even, and it should just be uniform and beautiful. So this is where I actually take my time to place in the chocolate. Hold that in place securely. It already looks beautiful like this. I could give it to someone as a gift. Make sure you arrange it properly and it's looking beautiful. Go in now and secure that in place. I'm just going to use this brown tape. I didn't have any transparent tape, so this still went well with what I was doing, and I'm going to cut that. And now I know it is secured. I'm going to go ahead now and start adding my roses to this project, but before I do so, I check to make sure I have no holes and none of the chocolates are popping out. And now I'll go ahead and start adding my roses. I'm going to add the roses to the sides. That's the design I want. You could do any design of your choosing. I'm going to add the roses just by the sides, and this is enough to fill the whole chocolate. You could keep adding the roses. These were all the red roses I had, so I just had to use what I had available. This is a DIY project at this point in time. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please just like this video, subscribe, and join this beautiful family we are building. Now I'm going to use this red ribbon and hold everything in place because I don't want my roses falling out for the next step. So I'm going to use this red ribbon, and this ribbon is a decorative red and gold ribbon, and this is also going to help us in the finishing product. So I'm not going to glue gun that. I'll tie that in place. And now I'm using this gold fabric. I'm going to cut this gold fabric into these square shapes. This is going to add decoration to it. You could leave your rose like this, or you could continue to this next step just to add more flair and more beauty to your project. Now I've cut 4 of these pieces and 4 of the red pieces, and I'm just going to place them like you're seeing, and I'm going to attach them to our piece. I'm not using any tape. I'm just going to hold that together with my hand. I want them to have this triangle at the top, so I place them by the sides, and I'm using 4 pieces of this gold fabric. This fabric is very light. I don't want anything heavy, but this fabric is going to give a lot of flair, beauty to this project. And above all, isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to go in with the rubber band, and I'm going to just hold this together. Like I said before, you can now still leave it like this, but I'm not going to leave this project like this. I'm going to continue because I want more. I'm going in now with this red net fabric. It's very light, and I'm going to add, just like I added the gold piece, I'm going to add this. This is the last fabric we are going to be adding, and I cut 4 of these two, and I'm just going to add them to the sides to add the decorations to it. This can be a wonderful gift idea for a loved one, a mom, a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. Why not? And you could eat the chocolates and you can keep the roses, so you always have that memory. I'm going in with more of this gold ribbon, and I'm going to secure everything in place. Here I want it to be really firm and secure. And when I'm done, I'm going in with this ribbon. I'm just going to hold the ribbon down the edge, and I'm going to make this circle round. Is that a circle? I'm just going to keep turning it round depending on how big your ribbon you want your ribbon to be, or your ribbon decoration to be. Just keep creating these layers depending on how big you want your ribbon decoration to be. I'm going to cut the excess off, and now in the middle where the ends meet, I'm just going to cut a triangle out. You can see that on both sides I'm cutting a triangle out. And I'm going to go now in and secure this in place, and making sure the edges don't fall out. That's why I cut the triangle. If I didn't, it would have fallen off. Now I'll get some extra ribbon, cut through, do just 1 knot on our bouquet with this extra gold ribbon. I'll do 1 knot, And the second knot, I'm going to place our previous decoration, and I'm going to do a second knot, and that's all I need. Now I'm going to go in and open the various layers. These layers are going to give us a very big ribbon decoration. And yeah, this is the final touch to our project. You could add a beautiful note to these ribbons. You could add a beautiful message for your loved one, and just arrange these ribbons the way you want, and our project is done. Look at how beautiful that is. Don't you just love it? It's so easy, and you can make that at home, and you could just even place that on your dining table, your kitchen table, your coffee table, to welcome your family back home or your loved one back home. It will just remind you about the season of love. If you like this video, if you like this project, I have many more in store. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.